Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing good. So currently I am going through this weird kind of phase. Like I am appearing for the NEET PG counseling. Hopefully today I will be filling up the list for round one. But somewhere I'm feeling like should I continue with my prep or should I just take up some non-clinical branch? But deep down I know like what I want and what I don't want. So I don't know why I'm going through this question. Do let me know if you are also feeling the same. I guess I'm getting this thought because of one comment that was there in my last video. I will share that at the end of this video. And so currently I am doing radiology. I have finished radiology. Currently I'm starting with psychiatric and surgery. So I'm planning to give my first GT in this week. So before giving my first GT, I have to at least complete two or three subject. Also, I have to complete surgery. So after completing this two or three subject, I will be appearing for my first GT, and I'm planning to give a GT in a manner like the real exam. Like I used to do this thing during my FMG prep. Like I used to create that scene of the exam hall, wearing the same clothes, wearing the shoes, and sitting for the GT. So I will be doing this from now from the first GT because by doing this, you can you somehow learn to handle the pressure, handle the anxiety, and that helped me during my FMG prep. So that's why I will be doing the same for my NEET PG prep and now from the first GT itself. Do let me know your thoughts about giving a GT in a certain way and how you guys usually give your GT. Like, do you plan the same thing as I said, or do you do something different? Do share it. So coming to the comment which I got in my last video was this, that why to choose NEET PG over any other exam because of the toxicity in India. The resident life in India is very, very difficult. So yes, I do agree with this, that it is difficult to be a doctor in India, especially if you are a first generation doctor. It is very, very difficult. And the sad part is no one cares. Literally no one cares. When doctors are doing 38, 40 hours of shift continue, no one cares why doctors are doing suicide, why doctors are being murdered in the hospital. Literally no one cares. Therefore, there are many doctors who choose to go in settle in different countries, which is a good idea. Yes, they pay you more. There are less working hours. The work-life balance is good. Yes, I totally agree. There are my few friends who have cracked USFLE step one and they are doing very good in life. But not everyone can afford this path. We all know that this USMLE PLAB exams are a very expensive exams. With loan also, I don't think everyone can afford it. And there are few people who just want to stay in their home country and just serve the nation, no matter what the situations are. We can just hope for some changes to bring in our medical community regarding violence against doctors, regarding the duty hours. We can just hope for some changes. There are a lot of cases which are being ongoing in the court, so we can just hope that someday it will change. Also, just make a reminder in yourself, like which I do, that this is my opinion, that why any individual choose medicine. It is because somewhere inside you there is a spark, the desire to heal, to help someone, to understand life at its most fragile moments, and that spark is rare, very rare. But I also agree that there are many things which are unfair with us, and sometimes the system feels broken. I totally agree, but you can choose to bring some kindness in this. Like a change doesn't happen through those who give up. It happens through those who stay and care enough to demand for better. So we can just hope that someday the situation will change. But all these things should not cost you your mental, your emotional health, or your life. So it is very important that if you really want to practice in India, you should somehow manage to be mentally, emotionally strong. Every individual is intelligent in their own way. We have the knowledge, but to be strong, very strong mentally and emotionally is equally important. I know I am saying this very easily without standing in the shoes on the other side. I can tell it better when I'm on the other side. But for now, these are my thoughts, these are my opinions. Let's see how time goes and where it takes me. See you all in the next video. Thank you for watching.